Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a machine you probably don't think much about, well, until it quits on you. We're talking about the secret, constant battle your HVAC system is fighting for you every single day.
So let me ask you a question. What's the one thing in your house that works tirelessly day in and day out with almost zero appreciation? If you're thinking of your heating and air conditioning system, you are spot on. And here's the thing you gotta understand. It's not just some boring metal box sitting outside. You should think of it more like a soldier, one that's waging a constant war to keep you and your family comfortable. And believe me, that war, it's surprisingly brutal. First, let's meet the enemy. To really get what this battle is all about, we first have to understand the enemy. We're going to look at the hidden environmental forces that are relentlessly 24/7 trying to take your system down.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. This battle is being fought on so many fronts at once. Let's take a really tough climate like Houston, Texas, for example. It's not just the heat, right? You've got that insane humidity that forces the system into overdrive just to pull moisture out of the air. Then you've got shifting soil that can literally crack lines. Corrosive salt air from the coast, it's literally eating the metal components alive. And for a lot of us, old leaky ductwork means the system is fighting a battle it just can't win. It's a true multi-front war.
And here's what happens when all those things team up. The source material puts it perfectly. These factors don't just add a little stress here and there. They actively conspire to make systems fail years before they're supposed to. It's just a perfect storm of environmental abuse.
So, how do you know if your system is losing the fight? Well, it sends out distress signals. Let's break down the most critical ones you need to be looking for.
First up, something called short cycling. You know that sound when your EC kicks on and then shuts right back off just a minute later? Over and over again. That constant starting and stopping puts incredible strain on the compressor. That's the heart of the whole system. Then on the other side, we have frozen coils. I mean, seeing ice on your indoor unit might look kind of cool, but trust me, it is a huge red flag. It means air isn't moving right, often because of a dirty filter, and the system is literally freezing itself to death. Here are two more clues you just can't ignore. A sudden jump in your utility bill, that's the silent killer. It means your system is working way, way harder to do the same job, a dead giveaway that it's losing efficiency. But really pay attention to weird smells. That musty odor could be mold growing in your ducts, and a burning or electrical smell, that can mean serious wiring problems, a fire hazard you need to deal with immediately.
All right, we've identified the enemy, and we've learned the distress signals. Now it's time for the playbook. These are the 3 secret rules that the pros use to make smart decisions. And you know what? They're actually pretty simple. You see, the best experts, they boil down really complex problems into simple rules of thumb. These next 3 aren't complicated formulas. They're quick, easy guides to help you make the right call and save yourself from some major headaches. Let's start with the first one. First up is the $5,000 rule. This is a brilliant little trick to help you decide if a big repair is even worth it. You just multiply your unit's age by what the repair is going to cost. If that number is more than $5,000, replacing the whole thing is probably the smarter financial move. So for example, a $500 repair on a 12-year-old unit, that gives you $6,000. That's a huge sign that it's time to start looking for a new system. Okay, rule number 2 is all about protecting the heart of your system, that compressor. The 3-minute rule is so simple. Your system needs at least 3 minutes of rest between cycles so the pressures inside can equalize. Firing it up too quickly is like trying to sprint from a dead stop. It just causes a ton of strain. The good news is most modern thermostats do this for you automatically, but it's really important to know why you shouldn't just manually override it. And our final secret is the 2-foot rule. This is all about giving your outdoor unit room to breathe. I mean, it has to pull in massive amounts of air to do its job. So if you've got bushes, fences, or a bunch of storage crammed up against it, you're essentially choking it. Keeping a 2-foot clearance on all sides is absolutely crucial to stop it from overheating. It helps that little soldier win its daily battle. So we've covered the battle, the warning signs, and those secret rules. Now let's put it all together into a simple action plan that really gives you the advantage.
Here it is, your 4-step game plan. Step 1, observe. Don't just ignore your system. Listen for those weird noises. Watch for the signals. Step 2, understand. Know what your local climate is throwing at your system every day. Step 3, know the rules. Keep the 5,000, the 3-minute, and the 2-foot rules in your back pocket. And finally, step 4, act. With all this knowledge, you can now make confident, informed decisions instead of panicked ones.
And this is why it all matters. You're no longer just a passive homeowner, kind of waiting for something to break. You become an informed manager. You're the commander, really, of your own home's comfort system, ready to make smart, strategic moves. And that brings us to one last thought. This whole battle for comfort, it's constantly changing. As our climate continues to evolve, bringing more and more extreme weather, it really makes you wonder, what new challenges are coming our way? And what will the next set of secret rules be that we all need to learn?